GP myself reports. Today I'm gonna do a little bit of a guide to wing downwinding. I got about 600 runs in the last 3 years, so I think I learned something and I'd like to share. Mostly I'm gonna talk about how to luff the wing, which is something you do whenever the section allows you to luff and you just wanna forward on the bump. By the front, the leading edge handle is the way most people would flag the wing. I do this only 5% of the total flagging time, because it's when you go downwind and there's no apparent wind because you're going fast, if you have the wing by the hip, it will collapse and hit the water. The heavier the wing it is, the easier it will collapse. So as you can see, this is a Strike V1 2.8, which is an extremely light wing. I had to reinforce the handles a little bit, this one and this one, to make it stiffer so I have a better direction of control. But I left the back one without any padding because I want to keep it light. That's also why I think that rigid handles, or even worse, the boom, doesn't really work good on the downwind. They have other pluses, but when you luff it, either like this or another ways, they're heavier and so they will come down earlier, and that is no good. As I said, I only do about 5% of the time like this, and only when I have a good section and good wind that goes across. So I know what I just described is not gonna happen. Instead, 95% of the time, I flag my wind like this by sticking the hand very close, wedged, very close to the front of the handle, wedged between the front of the handle and the strut. As you can see, I glued a piece of neoprene here so that my knuckles don't get scratched. And so this is absolutely key custom modification you need to do, because they haven't figured out yet. So I don't know any wing that has a piece of neoprene there. It adds a little bit of weight, but it is functional. And so by holding it like this, even in zero apparent wind, I can push my knuckles against the neoprene. Now the wind is whirling, is all weird, and keep the wing from collapsing down. So I can keep it up and I have plenty of visibility. Sometimes I even keep it like this to see over the wing, but it's a much more reliable or controllable way of flagging the wing. The downside is that you keep your shoulder up, so you may get tired after a while. This technique works better if the wing is light. Look how light this thing is. That means that a bigger size wing won't be as easy to keep up with your knuckles because it's heavier. I only use 2.8 for downwinder pretty much. It needs to be almost glassy for me to grab a 3.5. How do I afford that? Lightweight technique and all those things help. Light big boards. I'm gonna grab my camera and show that this is a 5 foot 26.5 90 liter 10 pounds light board, and I'd rather have a bigger board and smaller wing than a smaller board and big wing for the reason I just explained. This board has a custom front foot strap position, so it means that it's extremely maneuverable. Once I'm up on the foil, it doesn't feel like I have a big board at all. If you're going left, you're using the right hand, either here or here. Whenever you jibe and going right, so about the back, you might want to handle with the left hand. Same thing here. I think everything will be more clear now that I hit the water, also because you guys bored as hell most likely. I'm flagging the wing by the front handle, carving my way through the bumps, going right now. That's why I moved it to the other hand. Now I'm not really sure where I'm going. Nice right here. And like this, you see, now you should be able to see, it stays out of the way and in control. I can pump because the wing is on the side. It's still not as nice to pump on a board compared to no wing in your hands. But hey, ooh, bit of a weird pattern here, so I'm gonna grab the wind and get out of trouble. Wing downwinders are much easier than sub 40 downwinders, foil drive assisted or not, because the wing is there. You can grab it anytime you want. Obviously you need to hit some decent winging skills no problem jibing, going toe side, wave riding would be good, but otherwise you build it here. And it's a great way to build the skills, the bump reading skills, to learn sorry, I take pause when I think there is wind noise, to learn how to subfoil downwinder, at least the wing, the bump reading and riding skill. Use the same foil you would use with the sub, and try to flag as long as possible and try to read the bumps. See that little trough in front right here? Nice, so nice. Look at a couple of cutties I could throw into it, and all by holding the hand, the wing right there, not bothering me at all. Look at that. Woo-hoo. This is so much fun, you guys. This is just one of the most fun, troubleless, effortless discipline. Not right away, of course. As I said, I got hundreds of runs. Okay, going right, so switch hand, also to rest my right arm. But now I already see that I want to go back to the left. Okay, so as far as foil, on a wing downwinder, you can use any foil you want, pretty much, because it's winged. So, but the more of a downwind foil you use, like in this case, I have an Eagle X 700 aspect ratio 12, so it is definitely a downwind foil. Is a glider. The more you can flag the wind for longer time and practice your bump reading and riding. Let's look how nice this one formed. I'm going to start a little bit of slalom action. Again, it takes time to become this fluid and, how would I say, natural. Look at this. Woo! This foil is unreal, really. Huh? Even for this discipline, it's a downwinder, so it still performs amazing. But it turns nicely, it bumps incredibly good, and glides phenomenal. Right here, I'm gonna move it to the hip. You guys see? Go, because I have a decent section. I feel some wind behind me, but already here I gotta change. So it's all always switching hands and switching flagging position. See you later.